Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you might be in the world. Welcome to Identiv Technology Partner Highlight Webinar, the first of our new series of short on-demand webinars. This is where integration meets innovation. Our Technology Alliance program serves as a dynamic hub designed to connect, promote, and support seamless interoperability across comprehensive security management systems. Through strategic partnerships, we're enhancing product capabilities, broadening customer reach, and driving the future of digital security. Today, we will be highlighting visitor management with our ITAN partner, Sadevio. We have Sasha Hack, the CEO of Sadevio, Ron Fiedler, our Senior Product Manager here at Identiv, and myself, your host, Ryan Burke, Senior Marketing Operations Manager. We'll do a quick introduction to Identiv and our ITAN program, as well as Sadevio, and then Sasha's going to give you some live demos and use cases. And with that, I will hand it over to Ron.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it. Yeah, as Ryan pointed out, these are some on-demand videos. You watch it anytime, supplementing some broader elements of our overall program, promotional elements such as quarterly webinars. So, but first of all, Identiv, in case you're not completely familiar with us, under the Hirsch brand of products, we are an end-to-end pack system. So we make the host software, we make the control panels, we make the door readers, and we make the credentials. In addition to that, we've got a full line of video products. We've got a SMB product called Primus. We've got an intercom system called Interphone. So end-to-end, where we don't build it, we partner. And that's where this Identiv Technology Alliance Network comes into play. The way this program is designed, it's the gold level partners are those that have full integration to our core Velocity and Primus head ends. The silver partners have an interface using our SDK or APIs and our Identiv Global Services group to interface to our systems. The bronze level is peripheral devices, power supplies, biometric readers, cameras, and so forth. Today's presentation is under the category of identity and visitor management, specifically visitor management, and our partner Sadevio. So I will turn it over to Sasha to cover his product and demonstrations.
Great, thank you, Ron. Yeah, I'm CEO of Sadevio. We do mainly enterprise visitor management. We focus to digitalize the entire check-in process from invitation to check-in to maintaining access credentials for visitors. We highly focus on self-service kiosks. What that means is we provide you a solution where you can have 24/7 device available, which can maintain access card credentials, and those cards are on the fly, live, maintained in your access control system. So we will focus a little bit on how this works with Identiv, how it works with Velocity, what options you have, and show you how our product works. So we have mainly three applications. One application is our check-in application, which you can see here on the left of my screen. The check-in application can run on any tablet device. We have here now an Android Galaxy tablet, but we do have an iPad version as well. That mainly will be presented at the front desk to your visitors, where they can check in and can start their check-in process. On the right side, we have our dashboard application. The dashboard application is everything where the security card can see the front desk person. You have the entire kind of customization of all your workflows, the user maintenance, everything will be configured in our dashboard. And then our third application is our pre-registration tool. The pre-registration tool is used by the employee. The employee then can invite the visitors. The visitor will receive an invitation email with a lot of kind of information you can provide just to simplify the arrival to your facility and during the check-in application. I have here opened the Velocity web client to show you how the interaction with Velocity will work. Obviously, every functionality what you see on the Velocity web client will work on your normal kind of client velocity client as well. So one use case, what I want to show is a walk-up. So somebody arrives at the front desk and says, I want to visit one of your employees. The front desk person and says, can you please check in at your at this tablet? So the visitor then will just say check in. And here we already start with our customization, what you can do. So you can define, for example, different visit reasons like visitor or interview. And based on what you're selecting, the workflow behind can be completely different. So the views or the NDAs or anything what you show can be completely different for different visitor types. In this case, we ask now who the host will be. I will say I will visit Scott. And then the workflow starts. You can take a picture of your visitor to have the picture taken. You can show channel kind of information like safety rules, behavior rules, what you want to show, different kind of channel information. You can let the visitor sign an NDA by the visitor or like privacy policy. So this kind of documents we will attach actually to the visit for your archive. So if somebody ever said like, oh, I haven't signed or haven't seen this document, you actually have a PDF attached to your visit and can say, okay, here you have signed this document. Then it asks, okay, who I am. So I will say Sasha Hack. Obviously here the fields are again customizable. We have here as an example, optional available, the email field, and optional available, which company it is. I will add Sadevio. Then you can ask different kind of yes and no questions. You can ask here multiple questions like what color is your car, blue, yellow, other. For really high security buildings or like manufacturing plants, you can show safety videos where the visitor will introduce to a safety training. And yeah, it's a summary. In the summary, you could go back if you have some typos to adjust it, and then press finished. So on the right side, you will now see the visitor show up. Here it will ask now, is the host present at the front desk? This is because I have the feature enabled, which we call force escort. Force escort is used where the host actually has to come to the front desk and actually sign for the visitor. I will press no in this case. Here we can print then now badges, label badges. The security guard can go in here and actually assign access cards to the visitor, different kind of door levels, but I want to show this all on the kiosk. One of the really cool things what the system does, we have a lot of integration with email and text message sending and Microsoft Teams, Slack. So here we took the picture during the workflow and then we said, hey, my host is not present. So we will send the host an arrival email of the visitor. And if I've never met the person before, I actually have now a picture and know actually who I should approach at the lobby. The host then can say, okay, I'm on the way. I need 5 more minutes, so I can communicate back to the front desk person. So the front desk person could actually already prepare, for example, access card credentials or anything what they might have to prepare for. I don't want to focus so much on this part because I want to jump now mainly on the access control part with the kiosk. So we have here in the back our self-service kiosk. Just for explanation, here on the top we have a camera as well, where you can take pictures of the visitors. We have here on the top a label printer, where you can print those sticky label badges for your visitors. An NFC reader, at the NFC reader, you can actually let the host authenticate themselves, because if you want to actually give out access cards, some of our customers say, okay, we want kind of an authentication where the employee just uses their employee badge to authenticate themselves to get those cards actually created. We have here a QR code reader to scan the QR code from the invitation email, and here on the bottom, a stacker where you can actually maintain those access cards. Here on the right side, you have a little map screen. It's actually better to see here. You can show different kind of information, like if you have a campus, you can show a campus map to your visitors. You can have, again, some information, support hotlines, show some documents there. So I want to show now how it works in visitor pre-registration. So the employee knows, okay, I want to invite somebody. A lot of our customers, they mandatory need every visitor to be pre-registered. So the employee goes to this tool, and then they say new visit. We'll say new visit. Then it will present me what kind of front desk I have available to choose. So it let me choose what location I am. It let me say when it is. Obviously, let me add the visitors. So this is just a simple one where it's just one person. If you have multiple visitors, you simply can upload a spreadsheet where you have like group visits, like 10, 15 people. You can actually easily get them maintained in your spreadsheet and then just upload it here. You can add additional hosts. Often is the case when an assistant is provided for managers. You can add them to the visit to have the information available as well. Add some internal notes for the front desk if you want to say, okay, coffee please. And then you could send actually yourself a summary. So I press finish. So and now we do the same thing. So we create a visit in our dashboard and send out an invitation email to the visitor. The invitation email contains, it's again completely customizable. This is one example. So you can add a PDF document like with instructions to what kind of ramp you should take, what directions, what kind of parking structure you should use. We add here actually a QR code to it so they can check in at the kiosk with the QR code. It says when. We have a link so you can have it to a GPS, so to Google Maps, so you can easily navigate. And then we have two buttons where you can actually add it to Apple Wallet or to Google Wallet. It's so similar like a flight ticket. So you have the visitor, if they arrive at the facility, they have it on the home screen and don't have to search for the QR code or any kind of information because they have it right there. So I want to switch now to the kiosk. So I will pull up on my phone the QR code. So I have here now the QR code on my phone. The visitor comes to the kiosk, says QR code, presents the QR code to the QR code reader, and then the entire check-in process starts. So since we know already, okay, somebody arrives at the kiosk, we can send out actually text messages and emails to the host and say like, hey, somebody has started a quick code or like a check-in process at the kiosk. You might want to go slowly downstairs and pick them up. From the workflow, it's exactly the same thing. So I will go over it quickly, the same kind of workflow we have seen on the tablet. I'll just quickly press next and finish. The only thing is what happens here now, it says like, is your host present? And I will say this time, yes. So the kiosk asks me now to present my access card. So I have here my physical access card, which I use as an employee to open the doors. I present it to the kiosk. So I authenticated myself as a host. I will say host. And now I say confirm. So what happens now is we take an access card. We say like, hey, Velocity, we assign this access card now to visitor XYZ. And we say like this visitor type actually gets specific kind of door groups or like the location, the visitor type, basic kind of rules you define. You can define different kind of door groups. Here, the sticker label badge, one of the small ones, just as an example. And then they can just stick it on the chest to present themselves. So on the dashboard, you can see actually now me as a pre-registered person, I got checked in. And here's actually now an access card assigned. So if we now switch to Velocity, there should be now a card which is assigned to such a hack. Here it is. And my card is right now 298 something. So you see here 298,975. So really a strong tool here is that you actually see in your access control system now a personalized visitor card. So if the visitor goes now through the building, swipes their card or presents the card at different kind of card readers, you have a personalized kind of logging in your access control system. So if the visit is then done, you can then just return everything. So the visitor goes to the kiosk again, say check out, they give back the access card, and then we revert everything. So we unassign the card, we disable the card, so the card is completely not usable anymore in the access control system. I might have opened it. No. So you see here in the dashboard, I'm checked out. The card was unassigned, and now in the access control system, actually I should be removed. So Sasha is gone. So just for the dashboard, to show you how the main part looks. So you have always the possibility in our system to have multiple visitors and multiple hosts. And you have a completely visibility of what actually happened in your system. So you have here in our history, like when somebody got invited, when somebody just checked in, the picture was taken, what was actually the answer of the questions, where it was. So you see here actually self-service kiosk, and you see actually when somebody was checked in and checked out. Here on the top, you have the notes, coffee please, and here are the attachments actually where you can attach documents. Here we attached the label badge which was created, and we attached that signed document like the NDA for your archives. So all this kind of data, what you have, the visibility of your visitors, really helps you for compliance. So you have the compliance, what you have in our system, and you have the compliance, what you can combine with the access control system, with Velocity. On our side, obviously the same like in Velocity, you can run now with those data reports. In our system, you actually can schedule those reports, so you really can automate everything what you need. So you define based on your business rules, different kind of conditions, who you want to have like a report about, like everybody who's checked in or everybody who has visited type or company. And then you actually can say like, okay, send me this every month to my email. And the system will all take care of it by itself. So every Monday morning or the first of the month, you will get an email from our system and says like, here's your report. And then you can run your compliance kind of procedures. For other security reasons, you can add to our system a list of people who are not supposed to visit your facilities. So we call it denied person screening. Denied person screening, you just maintain your people who should not come in, and then the system based on a specific algorithm try to match this kind of information the visitor has provided. If the case of a potential match happens, the system will send out an email to the security team for approval or for review, depends if it was a pre-registration or a check-in process. The front desk can see it as well. So there they can, here on the top and the front, this one, I'm luckily okay. But this could be then a person where they can say, okay, I have to review it from the security team, or it completely automates it for it as well. So for data centers, military-based security facilities, often we use our passport solution. So on the right side here on the kiosk, you see actually our passport scanner and driver license scanner. This is used usually to collect the data from the document, so we can take the picture of the document and all the information just to autofill and or speed up the check-in process. We can verify those documents as well. So we have like infrared and ultraviolet picture of the documents to check on the security features. This kind of device, you don't have to run just on the kiosk. You can just, as you can see here, run on your dashboard as well. So you can just simply connect it to your computer, and then on the front desk, you can run the same kind of functionality. For every feature what you have or what you have seen in this demonstration is, yes, the kiosk does automate everything, but you don't need it to run our system. Everything what you saw, you can do actually on the dashboard. You can check in, you can assign access cards, you change the door levels, door groups, you can connect the passport reader, everything you can do on the dashboard as well, even without a tablet or the kiosk. So one main thing what we often have is, since we have the integration with the access control system, a lot of our customers say, okay, this is amazing, this helps us, especially in those facilities where we do not have front desks available 24/7. But our main problem is our employees. So if somebody comes in the morning, for example, and forgets their access card, they could walk up to the kiosk and say, I forgot my access card. And then what we do there is we do the same similar thing like during the visitor check-in process. But we go in velocity and we say, hey, disable this access card and assign them a temporary access card is exactly the same kind of permissions for the day. So they can then simply go through return style and then do their work, what they need to do their meetings. At the end of the day, they can go back to the kiosk, return their card, and then we actually activate the card what they have forgotten. And next day, they bring the normal card with them and then just check in. We have similar features with onboarding, or if somebody lost the card, where you can pull exactly the same card. But I will go in details in a second, or when I go with use cases, what we have done with Identiv. Some other quick features, what I just want to point out here on the top, we can trigger a silent alarm. So if there's an emergency at the front desk, the front desk person can trigger a silent alarm. Then we have different kind of notification channels again, where it can reach the security team, and then whatever kind of procedure you might have can be triggered then afterwards. Visitor notifications. So here we can really customize, or the customer can customize all the notifications what they might want to show. So everybody who's checked in can get a notification. Here we have, for example, fire alarm, building, active shooter, whatever kind of information you might want to have for checked-in visitors to reach everybody in the building. So one thing what I just want to point out, everything what you have seen is just one example out of many, many examples what we have. So everything can be changed, the color, the logo, of course, background pictures. You can show a video actually of your products, like a marketing video. So everything can be really customized to your needs in our dashboard application, and then can be adjusted to your corporate colors. So I want to then switch to a little bit of what we have done, especially with the access control systems. Some parts I always mentioned. The main thing, obviously, what we do is the access control system, that we really maintain those credentials for your visitors. So all kind of scenarios where you have a turnstile, an elevator, any kind of scenario where your visitor needs like a credential to access or go through the building with the host or by themselves, we actually can really maintain now easily the access cards with the access control system. Invitation QR codes. So this was a really cool project of a customer where we say, okay, we have the invitation email, we have the QR code to easily check in. This QR code we can use as a credential. So we give this QR code value to the access control system, activate it, and then on the door or at the garage, we have a QR code reader where then the visitor actually can check in with the QR code on their phone and enter the building or the parking structure just simply with the phone. Temporary access card I mentioned, lost access card. So it's a card replacement. We have different kind of scenarios. We had a university where they have on the dorm rooms actually card readers. If then the student loses the access card for whatever reason, they could walk up to our kiosk, just say I lost my access card, and then we create them on the fly automatically a new new room key for for the dorm room, and then they can just simply go in with any kind of help from anybody. A 24/7 solution, really helpful for the employees there. So special access requests. So we have data centers, for example, where they really it's high security buildings. They mandatory everybody to get invited. Here they can say then based on what kind of supplier it is, they will give specific kind of access levels to it. So if it's like a network company where they know, okay, they only have to go to the network racks or to the network rooms, we can give them the door levels just for those kind of doors they need. So they actually have on the server racks Identiv card readers where they can open the server rack just based on door levels specific for specific users. They have high compliancy issues. So through our integration with Velocity, they really have best visibility of the visitors, what they can have, because it's really personalized and just temporary for the moment where they need it. Yeah, that would be the main overview what we have. Thank you for your attention and thank you for joining. And I want to give it back to Ryan.
Thank you, Sasha. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. We hope you enjoyed learning about Sadevio Visitor Management and the integration with Identiv. If you'd like to learn more, please reach out to your regional sales manager, or you can contact sales@identiv.com or info@sadevio.com to be put in touch with the right person to continue the conversation. Stay tuned for more exciting ITAN Partner Highlight webinars coming up in the near future. Cheers and have a great day.